Welcome to Chicago Reacts. I'm Sonya, the thespian, and
I'm Kit. Where's your passport at?
today we'll be reacting to Work Stories by sooubway by TheOdd1sOut, suggested by Wolf Dragneel.
Work stories. Well, I think we all have work stories like
we
that.
definitely do.
Let's go ahead and play this.
Let's get it
check
started.
Let's do it.
All right. Uh-oh.
I think that everyone at some point in their life should work in a fast food or retail job. Not to improve their work ethic or anything, but so that everyone knows what it's like to have that kind of job. They wouldn't work in fast food their whole lives, maybe just like for 6 months, just so they get a feel for it. So with that, let's talk about the time when I worked in fast food. I used to work at a very small local sandwich.
I worked 2 retail jobs.
Okay.
One for about 4 months. It was Bed Bath & Beyond.
Oh, okay.
And the other job I worked at was retail, was Costco. I worked that from 2014 up to 2019.
Yeah, I was 21 and I worked at, the only retail job I had was at Spirit of Halloween. And let me just say, and I was there for like 3 months from September to November.
Yeah, retail can be a nightmare.
Yes, it can.
Costco was all right to me, but other places I've heard other horror stories. I'll never go back there again.
Nope, me neither.
No.
Shop. I don't know if any of you guys heard of it. It's called sooubway. Our
Subway?
spokesperson was in the news recently.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys look at the news. Did you hear he got beat up in jail? I kind of
did
want to
he?
be the person who beat up Jared more than Jared. Not in person. We wouldn't meet in person, obviously. But like he would be behind bars, and I would just look at the guy who beat up my spokesperson. How many people get to say that they beat up a fast food icon who is also a pedophile? Only one, and it's that guy. Okay, but seriously, guys, working at Subway was probably one of the most easiest jobs out there. I don't know why I'm about to complain about it to you guys. We got free cookies. And you know the comic with the Subways in Hell? I was actually working at Subway when I made that comic. I just think it adds sort of a little bit of value to it. You see, the owners, who are husband and wife, can you believe it, of the Subway I worked at owned 2 stores. One of the Subway stores was in a Walmart on an Indian reservation.
Oh, them Subways in Walmart,
The other Subway was the Subway I worked at. And since the Walmart store was always busy, the owners would spend 99% of their time at that store. So I didn't really have a boss most of the time. On the off chance the owners did show up, they would just pick up some food and then they would make sure I was making sandwiches the right way. And every time I made a sandwich in front of them, they would always find something wrong with it, without fail. You put on too many olives. Do you know, according to the Subway formula, you're only supposed to put on 8 olives on a foot long? 8!
What?
1 for every other bite. That's just ridiculous. Can you imagine someone just counting out 8 olives? Nobody does that.
That would drive me insane.
I have to recall back this scene from Casino when Robert De Niro's character is eating the blueberry muffin, and he notices, hey, your blueberry muffin has more blueberries than mine does. And he was like looking at it and says, you can't get anything done right. So he goes to the chef and he's like, I want everyone to have an equal amount of blueberries in their muffin. And the chef's like, do you have any idea how long it's going to take? Like, no, equal amount of blueberries in every muffin.
I would have been done. I can't sit there and count out how many.
I'm not counting out olives.
I'm not counting out olives, no.
No, like, look. If I feel like if I'm making you a Subway sandwich, if I think you're kind, you get plenty of olives.
You get plenty of olives.
But if you're gonna be out of pocket, you just get like a little.
You don't get 2 olives from me.
You get 2 olives. 2 olives from me.
We worked the closing shift, and at the end of the night, we would turn the alarm and we had 60 seconds to get out of the store. But one time I had the opening shift, so I unlocked the door to get in with my key, and the alarm went beep, beep, meaning I had 60 seconds to turn it off. No big deal, right? I've turned the alarm on all the time when I was closing. So I go to the little control panel and I type in the code and nothing happens. The beeping is still there and the clock is still ticking down. So I go, okay, I'm going to press each button very carefully. I'm going to make sure each button makes a beep when I press it. Beep, beep, beep. Nothing still happens. So I go, okay, I'm going to make sure to press each button very carefully. And I start thinking, did they change the passcode without telling me? This is the only passcode I know, so we're just going to try it again. And I press each button very carefully. Beep, beep, beep. And it goes quiet And then the alarm goes
Ah!
off. I still had like 20 seconds left. But I guess when you get it wrong 3 times, it automatically assumes that you're a burglar. So while the alarm is going off, I look on the contact sheet for the owner's cell phone number. I step outside, I call him, and he doesn't pick up. So I go back inside, find the number for the other Subway store. They open an hour before we do. Someone picks up with their stupid voice. Oh, thank you for calling Subway. I'm blah, 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 blah. How may I help you? And I go, hey, is Mike there? That's not his real name, guys. Don't worry. And they go,
Okay.
just a minute. Yeah, sure. I have all the time in the world. The cops might be on their way, but take your time. So Mike picks up. Yellow. Hey, Mike, this is James. What's the passcode for the alarm? Who is this? It's James. What's the passcode? What are you doing there, James? Why aren't you answering the question? I have the opening shift. Is the alarm going off? Yeah, no one told me the new code. Yeah, we changed it. It's the last 4 digits of your social security number. Oh, okay. Thanks, Mike. I don't know my social security number. So I finally get the alarm off. No one showed up, thankfully. Which I actually don't know if that's a good thing.
Good thing or bad thing.
I say it out loud. We did have...
No, one of the cops were probably looking at it like,
It's
it's
fine.
just a Subway.
It might be a mistake. It's just
It
a
doesn't
Subway.
matter. Or you did add.
What they gonna rob?
No.
Sandwiches?
No, what it was the sheriff's department was thinking, you know, it's that new kid. Let him learn it the hard way. But sir, what if it really is a robbery? Well, if it is a robbery and he's dead, I'll buy you a Coke.
Oh God, no!
I have a store manager who would like make the schedule and sometimes tell us, hey, can you guys do a better job at your job? But other than that, she was cool. She watches my videos and so do her little brothers. They're big fans. Shout out to Ivan and Andy. Those are the brothers. So get this, at Subway, you only work with one other person. Just you and them in an empty Subway for 5 hours. I mean, we weren't like empty all the time. Okay? And when you're not making sandwiches, you have other stuff to do, like stocking the chips or we had stuff to do. But okay, we did watch a lot of Netflix and do homework, so I mean, it was that other person you worked with would make or break your entire shift. It wasn't the annoying customers. I kind of got used to annoying customers. So I worked with a lot of crappy people. And I also worked with a lot of people who I would probably never become friends with except in a work setting. You see, you gotta understand the type of people who got jobs at Subway. Potheads. Most of them are potheads. And some of them are really cool. I'm just going to go over a couple of the characters that I worked with. There was Tyler. I freaking love this guy. He smoked a lot of weed. He actually taught me what vaping was, and he got me into Clash of Clans. I actually mentioned him and his girlfriend in my riddles video. I don't know if I ever told him that. And of course, I have to mention Corey. He was cool. We watched How to Get Away with Murder on Netflix,
Nice.
and I've also hung out with him outside of work. What him and Tyler had in common is that they would actually do their job, which you got to appreciate. Then there was this guy. And get this, who was also named Jared. He loved marble, and that's like the only thing he would talk about. I can say these things. He doesn't watch my videos. There was Sarah. She was cool. She made me a bread bowl. And her boyfriend, Jay. He talked about chakras and third eyes. He was interesting. And also, there's Anthony. He's cool. What's up, Anthony? For the 100,000 sprinkles video, I actually went back to Subway to use their scale because I knew they had one. And we counted 500 sprinkles again just to be more accurate for the 100,000. And Anthony helped me count instead of working. I mean, at least he got paid minimum wage for it. So 2 more stories before I go. One time, Jared asked me to take out this pile of trash, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll just put this pile of trash in the dumpster. And as I was taking it out, I saw that there was a chip poster in the pile, and I thought, this is too cool to throw away. I'm gonna keep it. So I took it home with me, and then the next day when I went in, people were saying, oh, where's the chip poster? We can't find the chip poster. We haven't seen it anywhere. And I'm thinking, I have the poster. I decided not to tell anyone that I had the poster.
Yeah,
and it's still hanging up in my room. Sorry, boss, if you're friend.
That's right, Subway. We're gonna take it from you. Take away all your chip
It
posters.
shouldn't have been in the train.
What about this now? Okay, and then the other story, I was working with a manager and we were just making sandwiches like usual. And I noticed that when we toasted a sandwich, it would burn the paper a little on the edges. That probably shouldn't be happening. So then a customer asks for just bacon toasted. And the boss lady puts some bacon on paper and then puts it in the toaster. And we don't have a setting for just bacon. So then when she opens the toaster, there was a fire on the bacon. So then she starts to whack it with the little metal tray thing, but all she ended up doing was fanning the flames, making the fire bigger. You got this, right? Then I went in the back and I got the fire extinguisher and I actually used it. I single-handedly saved that Subway. Wait, what have I done? Is it okay if the bacon's a little crispy and has nitrogen and carbon dioxide stuff on it? Wow, I didn't even mention a single bad customer experience.
So I can relate to this story a lot because I never worked in fast food, but I did work in the kitchens a long time ago at West Point. Probably a different story altogether. I think my worst experience there was just throwing away food. I really hate, and especially when I was at Costco, the worst thing I hated doing was throwing away food, a lot of food. But I understood why we were throwing it away, though. But if there was like, I don't know, giving it away to like maybe to feed some people, like, you know, those that are struggling, I get it. But throwing away food, especially in mass quantities, it's really, really difficult to do. Like it's just, I'm thinking like, I think if this food was sold properly, or if some people actually had it, like, you know, it would mean the world to them. But yeah, but I've had some run-ins with some bad customers too when I worked in retail, especially at Bed Bath & Beyond. More so at Bed Bath & Beyond than at Costco, because I worked the morning shift, and when the store opened, that's when my shift was done. I didn't deal with customers that much, only unless it was during holiday season when they had us working 8 hours.
Them holiday season had to be...
Well, it wasn't as bad as you'd think.
Okay.
But I've had some bad customers, not customers, members, because Costco, they're members.
Oh yeah, members.
You gotta be a member. But at Bed Bath & Beyond, oh my God, so many entitled pricks. Yeah, and that's right. That's right. Yeah, I remember some of you people at Bed Bath & Beyond, not the workers, but some of the customers.
Some of the customers.
Yes, there was this one. Okay, so we were closing up the store late at night, it was like 10 p.m. This was the one down by Roosevelt, and this lady refused to leave. We're closing it up. Cashier's done. Everything's done. So everything's being locked up. The Best Buy downstairs is already closed. Everyone's leaving. The manager's there. The assistant manager's there. We got all the cashiers. I'm there. We're all just looking, and she's just looking around. She's just basically walking around looking around. And then she has a cart, and it's like, lady, we can't take out your stuff.
And it be those customers that just take their nice. And I'm like, I know you see us locking up and cleaning up and doing the registers and everything. You see us. Getting ready to go.
I want to go home. I want to go home. Yes, there's plenty more. Especially some of the wedding people. When I had to get some of their wedding stuff. I was like, look, lady, this wedding's probably going to be, like, this marriage is probably going to be a divorce anyway. So nothing I say is going to matter. But anyways, I really like this because I think everyone should once in their life work retail, work fast food.
To see how it is.
But for the love of criminy, treat retail workers with some respect. Okay? It's just... Yeah, I've seen a lot of horror stories, especially when it comes on retail workers who work at Target or Walmart. Or
especially
anywhere.
Walmart, I've heard more.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, I've heard about that too. Treat retail workers with respect. But if you've worked at Subway,
any retail for that matter, or restaurant,
type your little story or something that happened to you there.
Or a video you want us to watch that somebody else is doing something similar. So.
Yeah, exactly. I think more people need to hear about the good and the nightmare of working retail.
Yes,
fast food.
I agree.
But otherwise, thank you so much, Wolf Dragneel. We do appreciate you giving us this video. And if you want to be like Wolf Dragneel, just type a fun video we should react to in the comment section below.
All right, guys. See you next time.
Bye-bye.